Hi, internet. I need to learn how to do introductions because this is some crap. I'm about to give advice on what to tell your hairdresser when I don't even look like a hairdresser right now. I look like a hot mess. This is a list that your hairstylist wishes you'd know and understand before attempting to go silver or gray. Pre-appointment. Before going silver or gray, you need to have realistic expectations in your head. And this is why I'm here today. I'm gonna give you realistic expectations. People don't like to hear these things, but this is what you will hear from your hairstylist, and it's better if you understand before you go in for your appointment. So the ideal situation for silver or light hair is if your hair is virgin, absolutely no color or chemicals on it whatsoever, no bleach, anything. And if your hair is light brown or lighter. Anything darker than that, even if your hair is virgin, it's gonna take multiple appointments to get you there. And any stylist that tells you that they can do it in one day and you have dark brown hair or black hair, they're lying. They might be able to do it, but your hair might not stay on your head. Realistically, I always tell my clients 2 to 5 sessions will get you there safely. I've definitely done it in 2 appointments before, but it's also taken 5, even more than that. It just depends on your hair color and where you're coming from. One of the most annoying things you can tell your hairstylist is, I know my hair. I know what my hair does. My hair is strong. I've done so much to it. I don't care if you think what you know your hair is capable of. I know what hair is capable of from experience because I'm the professional, and so is your stylist. So you need to trust your stylist and really take into consideration what they suggest for you. Each head of hair is different, so whether you have natural hair or pre-existing pigment, permanent color, or demi-permanent color, either way, you're gonna have to lighten your hair, and that's just a journey you're gonna have to be willing to go on. It can take anywhere from 2 months to a year to get you to silver. So before deciding if it's really worth it, really decide if you are patient enough to go through the process. Your hair color has to be white blonde with no yellow tone whatsoever. People think that if you just lighten your hair to blonde, that's fine. No, the lightener has to eat through all of the yellow pigment that's 1, naturally in your hair, or 2, in your hair from being previously colored. So a good comparison is it has to be the color of the inside of a banana peel, that very white color. It's really hard to get hair to be white, but it has to be pretty damn close. The inside of a banana peel has a little bit of yellow to it, but not much. And that's what your hair has to be, or else you'll get these weird green grays, which is just like not that cute. You need to cut your hair. Whatever your hairstylist tells you to do it, and you have to be okay with that. I can't remember one client I've had where I haven't had to cut their hair when attempting to go silver. You are lightening your hair to the lightest stage that it can get, and you have to cut it. Whether your hair is healthy or not, when you first come in, expect to cut a couple of inches off because it's gotta go if you want it to look good. And for me personally, I'm not gonna color someone's hair and not cut it if it's not gonna look good, because I want my work to look good, and that's a reflection on me. And I wanna make sure their hair looks the best and the healthiest, you know? Number 2, damage. Damage is completely inevitable. You are processing your hair with lightener, with bleach, and other chemicals, and damage is gonna happen. You can't not damage your hair when attempting to go silver or gray. In order to keep it the healthiest, you need to have consistent haircuts with your appointments. Haircuts are so important, just in general. If you want to keep your hair healthy, cut it regularly. Nobody wants to see nasty, scraggly ends. It's not cute. Would you rather have overly processed hair and have super long and stringy and it's just like, bleh? You think you're cute, but people won't tell you that it's not. I'll tell you that it's not, but regular people will not tell you that it's not cute. It's so much better, it's so much prettier to have shorter but healthy hair if you bleach it. My hair will never grow past this point because I have to bleach it, and I cut it every 6 to 8 weeks because it breaks off. It's damaging. No matter what you do, even if you use the correct products, it's damaging to your hair. When you go in for your appointment or consultation or whatever, ask your stylist if they use some sort of bonding treatment in their lightener or color. In every single lightening service that I do in the salon, I use Olaplex in my lightener, and it is a bond building treatment. You mix it in with your lightener. It's a 2-step process, and then you have a 3rd step that you take home and do at home like once a week. In my opinion, there's nothing like Olaplex, but there are different brands that people use in salons. So even if they don't have Olaplex, ask if they have their equivalent to Olaplex, and if it's an extra cost for that, do it. I don't give my clients the option to not use Olaplex. I actually build it into the price. Some salons will give you the option to use it or not, and you need to use it if you want your hair to stay on your head, girl. When going silver, when your hair is perfectly blonde and you are able to do it, your hair is gonna be a lot more porous. So with that, certain purple shampoos that you use at home and certain products are gonna work differently on your head because the cuticle on your hair is gonna be blown wide open. So that means that your hair takes color really, really easily, but it also means that your hair will fade color really fast too. At-home care is really, really important, and it takes a lot of work to figure out what works on your hair and what doesn't. It's a lot of work, you guys. The average price in my area for going silver, say you could get it done in one session. Say you're like a dark blonde and we need to lighten your entire head and then color your entire head to make it gray or silver. The average cost is about $120 to $200. It can even go from there. It can go anywhere from $200 to $400, depending on your length of hair, the amount of hair you have, the amount of product your stylist needs to use. So just understand that it's a really expensive and really high maintenance service. It's a lot of maintenance. You're not gonna get it done. You're not gonna be in and out of the salon in an hour and a half. So don't schedule anything after your appointment. Your first initial appointment is gonna take a while to get you there. If your stylist thinks that your hair can be lightened twice in one day, you're gonna be there for 4-5 hours sometimes. Number 3 is maintenance. Oh, please look at my broken nail. It's really, really nice. So when you put lightener on your hair naturally lifts with really yellow tones. There can't be any yellow in the hair in order for the silver or the gray to turn out correctly. So your stylist is gonna have to tone that out. So with your porosity, toners are gonna grab really quickly, but with that, they're also gonna leave the hair quickly, like I said. So you're gonna have to retone your hair every 2 to 4 weeks to make it look good, to keep it looking good in silver, or else it's just gonna fade back out to a blonde, which is fine, which is the nice part. When your hair is lightened out to a white blonde, it just fades back out to white blonde afterwards. Also, you're gonna have to come back every 4 weeks on the dot. Every half inch of hair that grows, you're gonna need to get your roots done, because if you don't, you're gonna get what we call banding in the hair, which is when you see, when your hair is that light and then you put a kind of wash of color on top of it, which is the silver, you're gonna see different bands of color. The first half inch of your hair processes quicker from the heat of your head. So every half inch of hair, you wanna come in and get your roots retouched. If you wanna be consistently scalp to ends gray regularly, expect to come in every 4 weeks. Your stylist might suggest to use a purple shampoo at home to keep the yellow tones from coming out. It depends on the shampoo, but some purple shampoos, if you leave them in long enough, will look silvery. Some just keep it from looking brassy. So the silver might fade out, but the purple in the purple shampoo will make sure that the yellow tones don't come back. When it comes to heat styling your hair, if you straighten, curl it, blow dry, anything like that, you wanna make sure that you use a heat protectant. Because if you don't, the heat from your tools are gonna fade your silver so quickly. If you get your hair colored fresh silver and take a straightener to it, like 450 degrees, and just go like this, it's already gonna change colors and it's gonna fade because it is so light. So you have to use a heat protectant. Avoid using heat if you can. Avoid blow drying it. If you can let it air dry, perfect. If you have a curling iron or a straightener that has a heat setting on it, try to go the lowest you can go with it still doing the job. At-home treatments are really, really, really important if you were gonna have silver or gray hair. Like I said, if your stylist uses Olaplex, buy the Olaplex number 3 treatment from them. Use that about once a week or however often they suggest to you. If they don't have Olaplex, ask for some sort of strengthening mask or treatment that you can do at home. Do it once a week. Even if you wash your hair once a week, that's perfect. The less that you wash your hair, the more your color is gonna stay anyways. So like for me, I wash my hair once a week. That's why it's a hat day today. It makes your color last longer, but then that once a week, instead of using regular conditioner, I do an Olaplex treatment. So hopefully these things give you an idea of what you are getting yourself into with your gray journey. What I always tell my clients is enjoy the colors you are in between while you're getting to the color you want to get to. It's kind of fun. It's a journey. So take it all in. Really listen to your stylist and trust what they say. If it's not what you want to hear, I'm sorry. Most of the time, it's not what you want to hear. You want to find a stylist that's going to be real and honest with you, and not somebody who's going to be like, yeah, I can do that today for $100 in 2 hours, and then when it's done, it's not even close to being silver and you're disappointed. You want to go to somebody who is going to take you on this journey and trust them. You want to find somebody that you can trust and somebody who really knows who they're talking about. Look at their Instagram, look at their Facebook. Also know that as a hairstylist, silver is one of the hardest colors to accomplish. Along with the maintenance and the price and the damage it does to your hair, ask yourself if it's really, really, really worth it. Because if it's not, do something different. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. I'm gonna do this whole series of what your stylist wants you to know before this one is going silver. Let me know if you have any hair questions and I will address them in the comments and potentially make a video out of it. If you're new here, subscribe and hit that little notification bell wherever it is, and hit that like button, and I will catch you in my next video. Thank you guys.